You're watching WSB Now's Access Atlanta, your source for local things to do, weekend events, travel destinations, and so much more. Watch and discover how to make the most of your weekend.
Get ready for a fun, exciting weekend in Atlanta. First up, Atlanta Winter Wine Fest. Get ready to sample over 50 different kinds of wines, beers, and ciders from Atlanta, the Southeast, and all over America at the Atlanta Winter Wine Festival. Enjoy the awesome city winery venue with live music upstairs and beats by DJ Q-Tip on the main stage. Tickets are $60 day of event. Don't miss the Harlem Globetrotters as they head to Atlanta for an all-new tour. They'll have all kinds of new tricks, hilarious stunts, high-flying dunks, and unforgettable family moments. Ticket prices vary. The Georgia World Congress Center presents the 58th Annual Atlanta Boat Show. You can check out more than 600 of the newest boats available, along with latest advancements in marine accessories, technology, and gear. General admission is $15. You're in for some serious laughs at the Village Theater. Don't miss the new 285 comedy troupe perform a mix of live sketches with digital shorts based on the experiences that make Atlanta unique. It's a performance you won't want to miss. Tickets are $10. Grab your friends and family and lace up those skates. Hit the rink and skate beneath the stars and skyscrapers at Skate the Station, the largest outdoor ice rink in the Southeast at Atlantic Station. General admission is $15. Now you have everything you need to make the most out of your weekend into ATL. Enjoy.
Looking for a day or weekend trip away? If wine, good food, chocolate, or adventure is on your to-do list, pack your overnight bag for a trip to Dahlonega.
We really like to call Dahlonega Atlanta's backyard. It's really only about an hour away.
Dahlonega's history is a golden one that dates back to 1828 when gold was discovered. That discovery kicked off the 1829 gold rush, the nation's first gold rush, 20 years before the one in California.
About 8,000 people came into the Dahlonega area hoping to find gold.
On a trip to the town's 19th century public square and the Dahlonega Gold Museum historic site, visitors can relive some of the rush and learn about the U.S. Mint there that coined $6 million worth of gold in the mid-1800s.
What's called gold fever. I hope you haven't got it already.
I may. I'm feeling a little warm.
Oh, mercy, sir.
Once gold fever sets in, head to one of the area's gold mines to get your fix. Consolidated Gold Mine and Croissant Gold Mine are two of the most popular. Both offer painting for gold and gem mining. Consolidated Gold Mine offers a quarter-mile tour into a mine.
It's a walking tour. And the old tracks, old tools that they used years ago, the old electrical system is still there. And basically, it's just a walk in the past and history.
Over at Croissant, they've been operating since 1847. If the hunt for gold has made you thirsty, you could grab a water. But what fun would that be? Here's what you can do instead.
You can taste some great wine is what you can do.
Paul heads Three Sisters Vineyards and Winery, Dahlonega's first family farm and winery. Three Sisters wines are estate grown and bottled. It's one of the area's 7 wineries and 12 tasting rooms.
And we're making some great wines up here.
Up next, it's time to eat. The town offers more than 30 unique restaurants. How unique? How about the newly opened 19 Degrees North? It serves seafood with a southern twist in the North Georgia mountains.
People coming back for the Brussels sprout slaw, the low country boil is ahead, and of course the shrimp and grits.
And let's not forget dessert. No good vacation meal can go without it.
The thing that's nice about the shop is that you can actually watch the product being made in the back. And that also makes people feel good from the fact that they know it's fresh. They know where it's coming from. They know the ingredients.
Paul Thomas Hoffman brought Paul Thomas Chocolates to Dahlonega in 2005. The company makes over 80 different chocolate products on site.
Most popular thing amongst the kids are the chocolate-covered Twinkies that we have, as opposed to the most popular for the adults, maybe the chocolate-covered bacon. So you kind of have to grow into that.
If you need a weekend away from traffic, work, and hectic schedules, Dahlonega is about an hour north of Atlanta off Georgia 400.
In the summertime, you've probably enjoyed a cocktail or two on the patio at Yebo Beach House. The popular Buckhead restaurant that is beach-themed during the summer transforms into a ski house during the winter months.
We are a beach house in the summer and a ski house in the winter. It's basically a pop-up experience for 3 months where people can come and enjoy, a ski lodge environment as if they were in Aspen or Vail. We literally transformed from a beach house to a ski lodge, and we change all the furniture, all the decorations, the menu, the wine, the food, everything changes. And so you feel that vibe when you come into Ski House. Basically, it changes twice a year, and that's very unique. There's not any other restaurants that do that in Atlanta. So people can come, people have favorites. Like some people love Beach House, some people love Ski House, and some people, love the menu items. But the menu items are constantly changing, so it's very unique in that way. Ski House will always have the ostrich bolognese. In my opinion, one of the best pastas in town. People love it. It's a heartier dish for the winter time. After you on the mountain skiing, you want to have a cocktail and something to eat. And so we do fondue, beer cheese fondue, where everyone can share and dip. And it's basically like if you just come off the mountain, you're going to have a cocktail and a shareable plate, and it just works for everybody.
And they even have something called the shot ski. So what exactly does the shot ski entail?
You line it up with the shots of choice. We make some up that have some South African influence, like the amarula and stuff like that. 4 of your friends pick up the ski and you do a shot ski together. We ring a bell and people go mad and everyone loves it.
That's a wrap here at Yebo Ski House. I'm Brittany Tenenbaum with
Justin Anthony. Thanks
See
for
you
joining
later.
us.
The iFly here in Atlanta is the first iFly in Georgia. There are 25 of them in the United States now, and it's a very unique facility. Obviously there's no other experience like it, and it's a whole lot of fun. What happens when you come in here to iFly Atlanta is we're going to be floating on a wall-to-wall cushion of air. So it's simulating the free fall portion of skydiving, and but you're not moving, the air is, so you're basically floating, sort of like weightlessness, and it's actually like flying because you're floating in air, you're not touching anything, you can go up, you can go down. So for us, it's delivering the dream of flight to Atlanta.
My awesome instructor told me how to go in, you put your arms up, and you just kind of belly flop into it, and then you stay in that position. There are signs to tell you whether you need to relax or bend your legs, straighten your legs, keep your chin up. That was probably the hardest thing for me to remember because you sort of just automatically want to look down because you're not standing on the ground. And then, yeah, just kind of stayed like that, and he was able to, keep me in check if I started getting up too high or too low, so, yeah.
So the best thing about iFly is that anyone can do it. It's for ages 3 to 103, and it's fun for the whole family. We're located in Smyrna, opposite the new Braves Stadium. The address is 2778 Cobb Parkway, and our open hours are from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and slightly extended hours on the weekends. When you book your flight time, you'll need to arrive an hour before that. There's a registration and check-in process, sign the waiver, get your wristband. Then there's also a 30-minute class. We all watch a video, learn the body position, get to practice the body position so you know what to expect. Then for the class, we'll have up to 12 flyers in the class, and you'll get 2 flights during that class. There's also a high flight option, which you saw Becca do as well, where the instructor takes you up into the tunnel and back down. And that's easily the best part of the whole experience if you do decide to take that option, because you really get that sensation of flying, which is my favorite thing. Being able to go up and down, float around the tunnel, it's certainly a very special feeling.
So at the end of the second time that I went, we got to do the high flight, which is where my instructor took me up in the air, and that was amazing, and it really felt like I was flying, and I can see how doing this would be very addictive, because as soon as I did that, I was just like, this is incredible. I never felt anything like that before.
Doing good in Georgia this January means marking your calendar for a day on, not a day off, on January 20th.
Do some kind of service on Martin's birthday, do it throughout the year, but especially as a tribute to Martin Luther King Jr., because Martin himself spent his life really serving.
This Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service, make plans to give back. United Way of Greater Atlanta hopes you'll sign up to serve with hundreds of volunteers at projects around the metro to honor the impact of the civil rights leader. The NAACP DeKalb County branch invites you to the Martin Luther King Jr. Parade. It's noon on the holiday. The parade begins at Green Pastures Christian Church in Decatur and ends at Martin Luther King Jr. High School in Lithonia. And the Atlanta History Center is offering free admission all day long on January 20th. Explore the center's newest exhibit, Black Citizenship in the Age of Jim Crow. For details on these events and others, visit WSB-TV.com/community.
Curling. We all saw it at the Winter Olympics, but if you're like me, you thought, how hard could that sport really be? And why is it even considered a sport? Well, I have a feeling I'm in for a rude awakening as I join the Atlanta Curling Club here at the Center Ice Arena in Sandy Springs. The group offers lessons to anyone daring to try every Friday night. So let's go. When you arrive, everything is set up. All you have to do is put on your shoe covers and step on the ice.
If you're not quite sure of your footing, we can definitely put these on. These are just a little extra grippiness.
All right.
Generally for curling, we have special curling shoes, but you can also just wear sneakers.
Oh, these are way
typically.
better.
Now, the other things we have is obviously a broom, which you'll use to sweep in front of the stone. Yep.
I got that move
Very
down,
good.
guys. Got that move down. You're also handed a step-on slider, which does exactly what it sounds like. Helps you slide.
And believe it or not, most of your weight is going to be on that as you slide.
Oh, dear Lord.
All right, so step off that.
Tell me the point of curling. Like, what am I actually trying to do?
So the point is to get more of your stones closer to the center of this big target area than your opponent. And it scores kind of like bocce. You get a point for every one of your stones that's closer than your opponent's nearest stone.
Gotcha. I just try to lift this sucker up. It is heavy. How much do these things weigh?
So in general, they weigh about 42 pounds.
42 pounds, all right. Now I'm holding this broom. What is sweeping for?
So sweeping makes a stone go further and it makes it go straighter.
I feel like that's the big calorie burner in this sport.
It is. You actually walk about 2.5, 3 miles or whatever, because you're going back and forth over 2 hours, like 64 times, like
there
a
you
lot.
go. If you want to work out, come curling. So with a little demo, it was time to curl. It's in play, right?
That would have made it if I swept the whole way.
So basically, you slapped
It would have gone further. Yeah.
So it wasn't my fault.
No. Always blame the sweepers.
They make it look a lot easier at the Olympics, but it's definitely fun.
It's a little bit shakier than I thought it would be, but it's also a lot of fun. Yeah, so you'd recommend this to other people? Absolutely. What I also learned, curlers like to celebrate. You're about to learn about broom stacking. I'm not quite sure what that is. So Dan, tell us what broom stacking and curling is.
So broom stacking is kind of a fancy curling word for tailgating. And after every game, both teams go and have a pint or a beverage.
I love broom stacking.
Most people do.
That just sounds bad. If you want to learn how to curl, here are the details. Friday night, Center Ice Arena, $30 for a 2-hour lesson. Second game free.
Movie and TV crews film all over our state, but no town has probably been impacted more by the industry than right here in Sonoy, Georgia. This is where the hit cable TV show The Walking Dead is filmed, and its popularity is now worldwide. Faithful fans of The Walking Dead TV show watch season after season to see what'll happen to the survivors of a world ravaged by zombies. Much of the apocalyptic storyline takes place right here in the Coweta County town of Sonoy. The show has generated some of the highest ratings in cable TV history. Thousands of Walking Dead fans travel to Sonoy every year. They take tours to see the production sets and learn behind-the-scenes secrets. The fictional town, Alexandria, is one of the most recognizable sets. It has a massive metal wall that surrounds an entire neighborhood.
These houses we built and
Tom Luce is an executive producer of The Walking Dead, and he's from Georgia. Our interview took place on one of the show's sets. And you've actually met some of those tourists.
yeah, I've met people from Hong Kong, from Finland, from all over. Our fan base is our lifeblood, so we really, truly, embrace our fans on The Walking Dead. It's still astonishing to us to see how many people come down and what a great and loyal film base we have.
The Walking Dead cast and crew not only work in Sonoy, many of them have investments here. They've built condos, opened restaurants, and other businesses. Larry Owens is Sonoy's mayor.
When this project started in, I believe, 2008, there were 7, maybe 9 businesses on Main Street. And now there's over 50, and they're all occupied with a waiting list for people to continue to move into Sonoy.
Sonoy has a long history in the TV and movie industry. These ground markers along Main Street show off some of the films and shows that were made here. But the town has not experienced the phenomenal success that has come with The Walking Dead.
Training to become a ninja, or just looking to have some fun on a night out with friends? You can do both at Nitrous Zone in Norcross.
We offer go-karts, high-speed go-karts. They go up to 40 miles an hour. We do the kid karting. We have bazooka ball, the first of its kind in the state of Georgia. Indoor trampoline park with high-performance trampolines. We also offer the net structure and the American Ninja Warrior obstacle course.
Can you climb the warped wall? Survive Devil's Ladder. Test your strength, endurance, balance, and fitness across 30 different obstacles on the Ninja Course, a course that was created and reimagined by a former American Ninja Warrior.
The Ninja course is now top of the line, the biggest in the country. We have a 45-foot obstacle that you come and experience your grip strength for all, and it's fun for everybody. I've seen young kids in there, and we also have the ninja area for little kids, and we also have a ninja area for older kids.
Once you become a ninja, head over to the trampoline park. It features 60 trampolines. Jump around or give dodgeball a go. Just a warning, those young kids can be brutal out there. They have something called bazooka ball. It's the first place in Georgia to have it. Think of it as paintball meets laser tag.
It's a paintball gun that's souped up on the air compressed, the CO2 compressed gas, and the balls shoot up to 100 feet.
The good news is you don't get covered in paint or welts like a round of paintball. The bad news is the kids still show no mercy. In bazooka ball, 2 teams battle for supremacy over several minutes, shooting the foam balls at one another, scoring points by hitting an opponent's gear. There's bowling for adults and kids alike. The same goes true for go-karts. Strap on your helmet and battle your buddies on the Nitro Speedway. Experience an adrenaline rush like no other, zipping through hairpin turns and hitting 45 miles per hour on the straightaway, all while overtaking friends turned foes on the race course who sit literally a few feet away. Nitro Zone is at the intersection of Peachtree Industrial and Jimmy Carter Boulevards. For Access Atlanta, I'm Nelson Hicks.
You're watching Access Atlanta on the WSB Now app, your source for local things to do.
When the lights illuminate this grand stage in historic Lawrenceville, it's hard to believe Aurora Theater's humble beginnings.
There is no good way to put on a production in a hardware store.
Anthony Rodriguez co-founded the theater company in 1996 at an old storefront in Duluth.
We had scenery that could be no taller than 8 feet. The heat was exorbitant. Our air conditioning bill was outrageous.
Cramped conditions at the old shop brought unique challenges and some unexpected benefits.
And the great thing is you form friendships. People know who they sit beside when they come to the theater.
It wasn't just what was on stage that kept audiences coming back.
Welcome back. Thanks for coming.
It's the handshakes, the eye contact, the personal connections that make it special.
Whenever we could meet people, we did.
The popularity led Ann and Anthony to trade low ceilings and bad AC for the exposed brick and ornate lighting, renovating this old church into a 250-seat theater in the quiet town of Lawrenceville.
There were no restaurants here when we came, but a corner diner. We're now the second largest professional theater in the state, and we're growing by leaps and bounds every day.
And the theater's success helped set the stage for the city's growth.
Almost $400 million of new construction at one time is happening in the city of Lawrenceville. We didn't do all of that. We helped to inspire some of it.
Now the theater is set to grow again with a $31.2 million expansion.
They're going to be able to engage with art and be able to engage with each other simply in a way that we haven't been able to offer before.
Creating a cultural gathering place for the community, while keeping the personal touches that made the Aurora so successful.
I think you always have to remember where you came from. I think what is so incredibly humbling is to watch everybody say, we're a part of this.
Located in Ponce City Market, City Winery is Atlanta's only urban winery. Wine lovers can take tours, do tastings, and even see the behind-the-scenes process with winemaker Travis Green.
Everything is made on site here at Ponce City Market. We have the capacity for something like 100 tons every year of grapes, about 50% coming from North Georgia, the other 50% coming from the West Coast, Oregon, Washington, and California. The process here runs generally the first week of September through the end of October, so it's a very seasonal process because grapes are a seasonal crop. We do intensive sorting both at the cluster level and at the berry level. So what you're seeing is the grapes first going up the elevator where we do an initial cluster sort. They pass through a destemmer where the berries fall through a grate and the stems are removed. Then we do individual berry sorting on the table. That way we can pick out any pieces of stem, any leaves, any berries that aren't totally ripe on the table before they make it to the fermenter. So we're very lucky here at City Winery. We take a little bit of a different approach to how we serve the wines. About 80% of our production goes to kegs. Since the kegs are always stored in in controlled temperatures, we don't have to do a lot of manipulation in order to put them, in order to package them for consumption. Generally, when a barrel is ready to drink, we can move it right into a keg and then have it on tap within an hour.
For the other 20%, they take a bit of a different approach. These wines are bottled and are for sale in their retail shop or by the glass on their bottle list.
We also do a number of private label wines every year. So if you're having a corporate or a holiday event, we can actually make a wine for you and put a really nice personalized label on it.
The winery does enhanced tours on the weekend, allowing an up-close and personal view of how the winemaking process goes down. In addition to being an urban winery, City Winery is also a restaurant, bar, and even an intimate concert venue.
I'm Jim Etheridge. I'm the marketing director here at City Winery Atlanta. So here at City Winery, we have a variety of different experiences that you can choose from. If you want to come in and just have some great food, you can sit in our upstairs restaurant. Then we also have live music here. We have 34 shows a month here, and these are nationally touring artists. We've had everybody from Fantasia to Steve Earle, from Aaron Neville to Edwin McCain. Our venue holds 312, and that allows for an experience where the artists can connect with the crowd.
Check out citywinery.com/Atlanta to book your City Winery tour. For Access Atlanta, I'm Brittany Tenenbaum.
What's an average weekend for you like? Sure, hitting the club or the bar can seem like a lot of fun, but how about switching it up? Don't worry, you don't have to scratch your head thinking of any ideas. We've got you covered. We're taking on galactic snow tubing at Stone Mountain Park.
Tell us about
about galactic snow tubing? What is it?
Well, welcome to Snow Mountain. We are on the ramp here at Snow Mountain. It is snow tubing at Snow Mountain Park. And then we've taken snow tubing and turned it on its head, and it's at night. We turn on 22 different LED lights, and we have our lasers from our laser show, plus we have a completely different remix of music at night, so the experience completely changes.
Can you believe it? This is actually a full experience, and it's pretty cold out here. But you don't need to bring anything that you don't have at home. You can bring gloves, maybe even a hat, but the key here is to bring water-resistant clothing, like some pants or even rain boots. But right now, it's time for us to hit the slopes. So it is finally time to go down the mountain. I see all the lights and the lasers are just coming back and forth, and I'm about to slide down this mountain.
All right, you ready to have some fun?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm excited.
Right, you ready?
Yes.
I can scream?
Woo! Woo! Yes! Oh, snap. Yo! Woo! 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 Yes! Woo! Okay. That was so fun! Yes! Again, and again, and again, and again! That was so amazing. The ride down was everything. The music was blasting, the lights were going, and as you go down, the ride gets faster and faster, and I wanted to do it again and again and again. So you know what? I'm gonna go do it again.